Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. In the first game, we got just Ace Attorney, Justice for All, and Trials and Tribulations, but we're gonna do Ace Attorney. You're going to play the episode 1, the first turnabout. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right? Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh. What is that guy, Monokuma? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who? Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you? My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. The first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlikely sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault, he just has terrible luck. I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name, and that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. The This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please, state the name of the defendant in this case. Defendant is Larry Butts. The defendant, well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Hugh. I know this one. Glad I read the case report over, cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R1 button to check it at any time, okay? Her name is Cindy Stone. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who was the victim in this case? Cinder Block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what is the cause of death? Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well done. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor, next to the victim. I see. That court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right? Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention, you don't want to miss any information that might help you client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, it's not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumb, she just wasn't talking about taking my phone calls or seeing me. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, would you describe it generally when what we mean by dumped? In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30 the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who give her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? Stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Oof, wince. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop it. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? You? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please, bring Mr. Frank Schwat to the stand. Mr. Schwat, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Schwat, you may proceed with your testimony. Please, tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. Witness's account. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing in an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed and frightened and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in our apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at that time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones did not function normally. The phone that Mr. Shawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity at Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination? Your Honor. Alright, Mr. Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you're exposed to lies in the testimony that witnesses just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then the witness must have lied in this testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? Hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradictory evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with the R1 button, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Oh boy. Cross-examination. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half behind him. Thinking it's strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her, lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Hold on. The time of death was between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death as sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How'd you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that's right. Oh, this is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit? Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? There's really a good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. You're lying, sir. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Blackout report. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I found it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! What? Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. You fool. It was a statue. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how was this supposed to be a clock? What? You're with the objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? It's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. you have any problems with this testimony now? I guess not. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem. Right, are you out of your mind? The clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. He said himself he never entered the apartment. It was in his testimony. Hey, you're right. Is something the matter? Does the defense have anything to add? Yes I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands, yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was a sign you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless. Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never, look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, yeah! Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, bird, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. The fact is clear if you simply turn the clock's batteries, ask the neighbor to try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. This certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Mr. Wright, how am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. You lawyers are all the slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. Yeah, I mean, Chief, listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of the reason as the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The passport. The victim had just returned from home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day. There. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawwit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? He took a cyanide tablet. Order! Order! I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Whoa! We solved our first case. Turns out that Frank Sawwit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawwit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawwit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. No, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've seen the Chief looking this happy. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. This case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts innocent. Thanks. I really owe you. I won't forget this one. Ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner. Movie. A treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. Present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. It's Katerina, man. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she saw quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing. Really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah. Right. What the heck is she talking about? Talking about the statue, man. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive. You weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about the clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. A little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. You never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Or yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. Is she trying to make me simp? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock you gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be the center of another incident, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I would be able to keep. The end. That was the entire game. Game's over. It's pretty quickie. Save progress? Yes. Save over my first game. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as wise, as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working. That's lame. Can you take the clock out? The clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in the pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like, burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting. Maya. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. It was a very loud ending tone. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho ho ho. You are not Confucius of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Red, white, blue. America. The home of the brave. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood. Mia? Maybe she's in her office. That smell. Blood. What's this? Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Who are you? Detective Tap. A strange girl dropped cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally, she was cold. Chief. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of the glass light stand. Oh, I forgot that the check marks when you done everything you can with it. It's a large building right across from the office. Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. Right. I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Oh. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. I thought it was a detective. Oops. Perfectly normal office desk. The chief had a very particular policy about office decor. It's been big on on stuff the clients use, but keep her own stuff simple. Phone receiver's missing a few screws. I better not use it. Alright, let's finally check on her. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There's some glass shards on the chief's body. Must be a piece of glass of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. Nothing else that seems a clue here. A piece of paper? It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word written in blood on the scrap paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from the department store, dated yesterday. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the bar. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. Find out what the girl was doing here. It's painful to look, but I have to, for Maya's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with one. She probably died instantly. Don't know why I need to tell me that again. Guessing all this stuff's done. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with mechanics. About all she was PC was for email. She picked up the ancient model from some garage sale for practically nothing. The Faye & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is what she filed her case records and recent rulings. Let's move to the offices. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there, on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya. So Mia was writing the girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Maya died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Well, why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe. What an odd name. We received a report from the building saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. The woman with the deep voice. Anyway. Either of you moving in 1 inch, okay? Right. Just great. Maya, wait. You wouldn't have... Ah! Or, whoa! Excuse me. Eek. This word Maya here mean anything to you? Well, that's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath. She wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6, 9:07 a.m. Detention center, visitors room. Wow, they had poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to tell you about. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha, so he crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit and walk by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with the outfit? Oh, this is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, the clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made? How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yeah. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. Your cell phone. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh. I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Day of the crime. Can you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry. I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. Told me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. It's the thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, why did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte. Or medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow, at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if the guy refuses? Then they told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right. I'll be back. Can I give her anything? I want to see my attorney's badge? Sorry, I've never seen that before. Alright, let's go back to the offices. September 6th. Faye & Co. Law Offices. The offices is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy. No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? I guess I got the wrong name. Mr. Wright, sorry about that. The Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right? At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Q. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I had that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight. Tell him not so straight. Tell him straight. I tell him why I want it. There's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. The cell phone holds all the little girl's sweetest and spicy secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court records to hear the recorded conversation. What's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to. Oh, is this radio? Oh, yeah. Is there anything else? You want to see my attorney's bed? What's that? Sorry, pal. But I got no info for the likes of you. Yeah. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report at time of death 9/5 at 9 p.m. Single button force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means. You're being a lawyer and all. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yeah, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I completely forgot about her. And I did too. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, no. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. His favorite public plane. I remember it has a bizarre name, no one can remember. Cordeline Strictica, pal. Who was that? The sky is blue and so am I. There's the hotel right across the way. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk, perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. And I cannot move to her office. I got your cell phone back. Oh, say. Can I listen to my sister's voice? My eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Alright, let's go see the lawyer. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me stuffed nose. I'm sure the price, it's nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Tables for clients. Now we got Emily Case, and it's not mistaken that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. So look at his desk. His books. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. And yep, we can look at this. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to deep luster. To the hotel. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say anything to that lawyer, pal. Tee-hee. No, just so. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyelines. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine that one. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey there. What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observed incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Gulp. Better not encourage her. Or, you know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to just come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this... Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no, you had your little hopes, didn't you? Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little liars. Oh boy. Wanna see my badge? Excuse me, but I'm a witness, police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience? Me, the witness, it's just like in the movies. Do we even learn about her timing? Drew on. Okay. So, no, she did not give me a time. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. law offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from that distance, though. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but there's about the extent of my floral knowledge. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. What's inside, I wonder? Cough, cough. Maybe later. Maybe he's in here? Seems like Mr. Griff figured out. Well, maybe I should just wait for him to come back. Ahem. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha. So, you're the one that says you've been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer. Are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy, then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about my affair. Ah, yes, my affair. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. But wait a second. How did you know the trial is tomorrow? Anyway. I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see? But the client is Maya Fay's sister. Maya trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon. But could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know my Fay? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha! You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the wave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. I'm not buying. Jeez. I forgot the check mark was there. Can I present him anything? Very sorry, but I haven't. This. Okay. Oh, he is very helpful. Let's go back to the hotel. No, she's still in the way. Oh, time to give her the bad news. For 6:42 p.m. Detention supervisor's room. Hiya. Oh, who's up? Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What? Really? What happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Or... I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know, so she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. An act of redemption. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up in the mountains. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. I mean, quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. Well, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Just a little longer now, before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? I'll defend her. I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. Someone else is the culprit. I can't abandon you. One is said as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Backstory. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can't count on you. You can count on me. It's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one. You get out of here. Right, thank you. Hugh, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman drawer? Just when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive of, there's been something in there. So then let's go. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May may be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. If you've not need any time, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey. Why does this seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to sneak around a bit. I almost forgot. Yeah, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. Wait, what's the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother? Could it be coincidence? Let's go steal that screwdriver. Shit. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? Ah, wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her own hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, Balboa, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued.